Hi folks, Winkle here. Everybody, and I mean everybody, is flying to Maykop today. We're going to try and take Maykop airfield off the Russians. Our role is cap. As you can see from the brief here, we've got attack helicopters, we've got utility helicopters, we've got F4s, we've got everybody going there. Let's have a look at the mission planner. Okay, so we're going to take off, fly to the end of the lake from Krimsk, fly over to Krasnodar Petrovsky, which is on 8.5 X-ray if you want to use the TACAN, and then we will head down on our two headings that are on the kneeboard and fly cap over the area, and then hopefully fly back to Krimsk for tea and medals. Okay guys, see you in the cockpit.
Careful, sir. There are a lot of planes out there today. She's all ready. Good luck.
Thanks very much. I think I'm going to need it as usual. Right, let's get cracking. Okay, so let's left and right generator, fuel pumps. Oh, the fan was taken off.
Air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Right, so we've got our 10%. Let's just press our left engine start button, take our throttle out of cut up into idle. Needles are coming up. Look at those bad boys going. Oh yeah. Wait for our needles to come down, which they have. Our starboard engine started.
G, apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Get our 10%. There we go.
Springfield 1.
Starboard engine out, cut off into standby. Join our throttles together. Needles are coming up. Right, we can now start getting our chaff and flare. Radar at standby, flaps to auto, sidewinders armed. It's engaged. Quick approach. Yep, nothing's going to land on us immediately.
Enfield 1-1. Krimsk, you are cleared for takeoff and ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.85.
Clear for takeoff, Enfield 1-1. Okay, extend nose wheel steering, one final check. Have our radar on. Turn that off now, which is good.
Rolling.
Okay. Enfield 1-1 rolling. Two's rolling, I don't want it to fly into me. Into burner. A little bit of right rudder. Stay over to the left here, I think, just in case. Coming up to 150 knots. Doors are closed. Let's come out of burner. May have a bit of loiter time to contend with over our cap area. Right, let's bring our knee board up because this is genuinely the first time I've flown this, so right, 4, 3, 1, right to the end of the lake there, which is good, and then we come on to 2, which is .088 magnetic for 47 miles. Okay, right, we're at the lake now, let's turn to 088, we know where we're going, and also we've got the TACAN pointing, don't want to go into the cloud just yet. We've got the TACAN pointing at Crimp's correction at Krasnodar Petrovsky. That's exactly where we want to head, obviously. And we can take our next heading from there. Okay, so now I will climb up to, say, 20,000 feet. Let's call it 15, because the bad guys are going to be attacking our ground targets, so I don't want to be too high. Priority is protecting those ground targets. But they're going to have to come in, as we've experienced before, low and slow, and even if they're MiG-21s, they slow right down to try and take the helicopters out. And of course we have got Phantoms as well, so they may be trying to take those guys. I can be a bit more conservative on my fuel flow there. It's just under £3,000 an hour. Keep my climb up. So then we're going to take on to 3, we can get the right one, 109 for 30 miles. And we should get tasked before that, you would hope. Right, let's just check we've got everything on, we've got a radar on, let's stick our arm on, master arm on. Pitot heat is on. Center tank selected. Just select to balance the tanks after I jettison that, because I always forget. We've got 29 miles left to run on this leg. See my man directly behind me by the look of it a bit more. There he is. Yeah, okay, that's good. If I'm fighting air targets, I'm going to need my Jaeger vision on. Let's get that set up beforehand. 13,000 feet. $19 to run, and then we will turn on to 109. The 30, which is fine because we can measure the 30 obviously from Krasnodar Petrovsky
Springfield.
using the
1,
TACAN.
Passing waypoint 3 at 10,000.
Right, so that's one of the F4s, just called in at 10,000. Genuinely the first time I've flown this, I've no idea what altitude the bandits are going to be coming in at, if they come in at all. I'm sure they flipping will. 12 miles to run. Very familiar with this area now. Stay on heading. To the right a little bit. I won't chase the needle obviously. As we get closer. It should be on 088 anyway. 8 miles to run.
Dodge 1, passing waypoint 3 at 10,000.
Right, they're still at 10,000. Okay, so we're just still going to climb a little bit more. Thinking maybe come up to 20. Right, 4 miles, 3 miles. Okay, so we're going to turn on to 109 now. Make a gentle turn. Yeah, so you see the TACAN just swinging below us there. If we could see through the cloud, we should be pretty much directly over the runway. Coming through to 109. It's sort of there. Right, let's switch on. I mean, hopefully we'll get Overlord guiding us in. I've got everything armed. Chaff and flare is on. Radar is on. And is operational. The RWR is on. No contacts to be aware of at the moment. Get the aircraft trimmed out. I'm up and down a bit too much there. Being quite conservative with my fuel. I will drop that centre tank off directly if we get trouble, which may or may not be a good thing. Nothing on my radar as yet. Coming up to 20,000 now. Let's just ease that nose down. Trim. So we're 15 miles along this leg, and then go the right way. It's 142 for 16. Leave it on that. 142 for 16. Got 10 miles to run on this leg. Hopefully my wingman's going to be a big asset today. He has been the last couple of missions, I've got to say. Like we're coming up to 23 miles on this leg. Start turning in at 27. Right, what we got? $27. 142. $142. 16 miles. It's going to be about 2 minutes this state. Right, the stopwatch may well kick off before then anyway. On the correct frequency, haven't heard anything from Overlord yet. Coming up to a minute.
Passing waypoint 1. Passing waypoint 2 at 350.
Everyone's getting involved by the sound of it. Helicopter's coming in at 350 feet. Overlord's at 21,000 feet. Maykop. We're in the right area. So I'm up to 1 minute 30 seconds on this heading.
Passing waypoint 5 at 20,000.
Be on the RWR. Expecting to see MiG-21s or such like. I'm just going to orbit here. Let's see how far we are away. We're 46 miles from Krasnodar Petrovsky, so that gives us an idea, at least the range from there, if we get a bit lost or confused. There's the F4s there on our RWR. We should have a good view up here if there's any big explosions or anything to watch. Should be cool.
Springfield 1, passing waypoint 5 at 3,000.
We're facing away from our main threat area now.
Northwest, engaging at Bulls 075.
Got to be careful. Keep an eye on the RWR. Of course, I do want to stay in the main area of operation.
075, 470.
I'll just go back past it, try and time it so that
Springfield 1, defending
I'm facing the other way when it all kicks off. But we have got Overlord, so
Springfield 1, defending at bullseye 075, 470. Springfield 1, defending triple A at bullseye 0.
yep, so we've got stuff going in there.
northwest, engaging AAA at Bulls 075 470. Springfield 1, defending at Bulls 075 470. Springfield 1, defending AAA at Bulls 075 470. Springfield 1, defending at Bullseye 075 470. Springfield 1, defending Springfield 1, kill AAA at Bulls 075 470. Springfield 1, kill AAA at Bullseye 075 076 470. 1, defending at Bullseye 076 470. Springfield 1, defending AAA at Bulls 075 471. Defending AAA at Springfield 075 470. Bulls 076 471. In from the northwest, engaging at Bulls 076 470. 076 470. Dodge 1, in from the northwest.
I'm past my original heading, but it's good enough. 140, 142 I think I was. Let's just head this way for a bit. I think it's the first time I've been up. We haven't got any air defence systems locking us up. I don't want to go too far away from my guys because they're not necessarily going to come from this direction.
1, in from the northwest, engaging infantry at Bullseye 076 470.
The reciprocal, 140. We are. Five is the only signal we're picking up behind us. There's 4 in front. All very quiet. It's extremely unusual. There's our man reconning.
Dodge 1, in from the east, engaging infantry at Bulls 076
Well, that might just drop us down a little bit, see if we can come out of them cons. I don't want to go massively high.
Dodge 1, tally infantry at Bullseye 076 470.
That's it, we're out the cons. 22,000 feet will be our ceiling from now on. There's the town. There's a town, assuming it's the town. There's the airfield. Around here somewhere. Or behind us now. Okay, so it's behind us, that's fine. We're up to 20,000 feet. We'll try and stick around there. Let's turn back onto 140.
Springfield 1, in from the south.
There's the airfield.
Infantry
Cool.
at Bullseye 076 470.
Yes, it's got a nice position we've got. A good view of the airfield. Just F4s on our RWR. Coming up to 150. Try and maintain some sort of altitude discipline. That's it, 140, we're back in the room. Okay, so let's just get in there. Right, so that's our centre tank empty. Deselect, we've got our tank balancing sorted. Come on, MiG-21.
Slick 8 out.
Bring it on.
Dodge 1.
Slick 4 out. Slick 7 out.
Turning back onto reciprocal heading.
413 at 3000 cold. Dodge 1. Kill infantry at balls 075 470. Dodge 1. Engaging bandit at bullseye 076 470 at 2600.
There's a bandit, 2,600.
Dodge 1. Tally bandit at balls 076 470 at 2,800.
Let's try and get them to vector us in.
Overlord 1-1. In field 1-1. Request picture.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1.
Two groups.
First group at bullseye 081 480 at 3000.
Right, they're low.
At bullseye 080 480. Springfield 1. Kill infantry at balls 0.
Right, let's head back to our...
470. Springfield 1. Engaging bandit at balls 074 470 at 2,200.
Contact bearing 323.15.
323 for 15.
Contact bearing 332.15.
Directly in front of us. We're picking anything up on our radar. Let's just leave that down. Let's get him to engage.
1. In from the west. Engaging infantry at
Flight. Engage bandits.
Roger. Spike, 12 o'clock.
70. 11 at 10,000 cold.
The radar's not much use. Got ground clutter.
Spike, 12 o'clock.
Enfield 1-1. Overlord 1-1. Bra 34249 at 6,000. Springfield 1. Kill infantry at balls 076 470. Uzi 1.
Tally bandit, 11 o'clock.
Pause.
Spike, 12 o'clock.
There we go.
Tally bandit, 12 o'clock. Spike, 12 o'clock.
Splash bandit at balls 080 480.
Box 2.
1,000.
Flash.
1. Rejoin.
Our burner. Safety flares out.
Dodge 1. In from the southeast. Engaging infantry at bullseye 075 470.
Rarely on their own. There's our airfield, got F4s above it. Keep our Mark 1 eyeballs open.
Uzi 1. Kill
Plenty of
infantry at
airspeed,
balls
500
075
knots.
for 70.
Keep our fuel flow down. We'll be here for a while. Bring on our RWR, reset our radar for neutral position. Retrim.
Springfield 1, kill infantry at Bulls 076 470. Kill infantry at Bulls 076 470.
Kicking off down there.
All units, we have it. Good job. Our friends in the air are clear to RTB. Good show.
RTB. Right, let's set our TACAN to 80 X-ray will take us to Krimsk. 90 miles. 270. Just double check that on the briefing.
Bullet 1,
5, yep, 279 for 92 miles. It's confirmed. Not sure we're heading to the right TACAN. Trim the aircraft left a bit as I fired my port sidewinder. Can't believe we're not going to get bounced on the way back. Noisy, let's turn a bit so we can hear our sidewinder tone if we have to use it.
Bullet 1, passing waypoint 2 at 6000.
I'm just using the target separation button there because they're all overlaid on top of each other. I'll just hold that down. See, we've got the 4 F4s and the F5. So an SA3 just picked us up off of our 8 o'clock. Right, how far away are we? 60 miles. It's called inbound. Oops.
Krimsk, infield 1-1, inbound.
Enfield 1-1, grounded. Fly heading 271, 460, QFE 29.85, runway 04, to pattern altitude.
2985, runway 04, infield 11. There's our lake. Group will be over here. Come off to the left side and do the brake that I did on the last mission and try and make a better job of it. Come in at 500 feet over the runway, on the runway centre line. And then throttles to idle, hard left bank up to 1500 feet, downwind. That's my challenge for today. .21 miles. runway just off to the far side of that town. Just along here. Start banking in.
Airfield 1-1, cleared for visual, contact tower.
Grimsk, infield 1-1.
There's
Request
that radial
landing.
just coming in there on attack end. Right. 500 feet.
Airfield 1-1.
550 knots.
Wind 053. At 3.
Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Runway 04.
Slightly low. Right, throttles to idle. Let's keep an eye on my shoes. 600 feet.
1-1.
Speed brakes out.
Runway occupied.
800 feet. 100 feet. 1,500 feet. 1,500 feet. Downwind. The power, get the angle of attack up. Trim, 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 trim. 260 knots, gear down. That's better. Trim that nose up, trim that nose up, get the angle of attack up. 1,500 feet, we're good. Right, turning in. Get the angle of attack up, needs to come up more. Going to be about 170 knots in the turn. Trim, 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 trim. Right, let's descend in the turn. That's 70 knots, that's good. 3 greens. More trim that nose. I've got a bit angle of attack's too much now. Power.
Code 1, passing waypoint
Positive
3
movements
at
on the
7,000.
throttle. There's our E2 up there. That's been from the right, I believe. He's slight, 3 meters a second. More power.
Airfield 1-1. Clear. Check landing gear. Wind 053 at 3 meters per second. Runway 04.
Landing gear down and locked.
Code 1, passing waypoint 4 at 7,000.
65 knots. Airspeed centre line, airspeed centre line. Boot out. Lead brakes in. As we'll steering engage, just taxi off the runway. Okay, just stop and do our post-landing checks.
1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Exit a parking area, Enfield 1-1. Right, let's get rid of our chute. It's done. Let's open our cockpit, our canopy. Let's put our radar to off. Chaff and flare. Make everything safe. Veto heat is off. Okay, let's go.
781 is RTB at 600.
Well, a bit of a long taxi now, guys. I'll see you at the parking area. Right guys, here we are at the most exciting part of the day, parking challenge. Now, I'm not going to get cocky after my 10 out of 10 last time, but I'm confident. If I'm confident, I think we already know how it's going to end up. Probably about 2. Here we go. So a bit off. Let's have a little look outside. Not too bad. Probably give that a 5. Right guys, well, that's pretty straightforward for a change. Yeah, I think most of our guys all come back and landed, or all land. I mean, I didn't see anyone get shot down, so I'll see you in debrief. Okay guys, welcome to the debrief. Right, so we take off from Grimsk. All of our flights take off, all the F4s. We'll start heading down looking for trouble. We follow them along on our headings. Overtake the helicopters. And then we fly, I think we're on 140, 142 at this point here. So we just fly cat basically, 142, and it's reciprocal. While they do all their work below on the airfield, they do a really good job. And then I'll just extend along here. Look, these two guys just come out of nowhere, out the valleys maybe. Sneaky buggers. So then we turn round. My man vectors us in onto them. We both fire at the same time, pretty much, but my missile comes in here, as you can see. Bang, he's gone. But if he hadn't been, my very efficient wingman would have got him, and one of the F4s took out the other guy. That was pretty much it. Couldn't believe it was so easy. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So we flew around for a bit, not believing our luck, and then basically flew back using a TACAN to Grimsk on 80 X-ray, came down, intercepted the runway. .500 feet is what I wanted to do. At I was probably a bit low, about 400. But I wanted to be at 550 knots, which I was. And then I wanted to come up to 1500 feet. So, throttles to idle. Pull, 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 pull. Lead that speed off. Speed brakes out. Up to 1500 feet. Downwind. Ish. A bit pissed, but you know, I don't think anyone noticed. And then round we go. Made a bit hard work of the landing, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. Absolutely happy with that. Right guys, hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you on the next one. Winkle out.